Okay, I just realized that I put myself on mute. Well, hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you're having a fantastic day, and may peace be upon you. Thank you for watching today's training, How to Secure Speaking and TV Gig, with me, your host, your celebrity trainer, Dr. Izdihar Jamil. I'm a media and publicity expert. I've been featured on Forbes, TED, TV, magazines, hundreds of media, and spoken to thousands of people around the world. No person should ever have to be afraid of who you are, and your unique voices should be heard on prestigious platforms around the world without prejudice. If you are catching me live, comment 1. If you're catching me on a replay, comment 2. If you're new to me, comment 3 so that I can reach out and say, hello. So today I just want to give a really simple training, because I know a lot of you would love to get on more speaking engagements, would love to get on TV. And I've given multiple prestigious speaking engagements, TED and other summits. I've also been featured on various TV shows. So I wanted to share with you some of the things that you can take with you so that your voices can be seen and heard. So how this training will go is that in a moment, I'm going to properly introduce myself, and then I'm going to be sharing with you my hacks and tips. And then I have a very special guest that is going to be coming in today. You don't want to miss it. You want to hang out with me and her, because we have something that we're going to be sharing that is not only tangible, but real life advice, real life results, real life hacks that you can use. And then after that, I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing, a very, very special offer that I have curated on how you can take the next step to work with me and my team to help you get your voices be seen and heard across multiple platforms, on books, on TV, on magazines, on stages. So we've got that coming up for you as well. So make sure you stay with us towards the end, okay? And if you do have any questions, just feel free to drop it in at any moment of time. At any moment of time throughout this training, just to let you know that I will be answering them at the end of the training so that I can focus on delivering the best material so that you can have the best experience. And I will answer some questions or clarification that you need to have. How does that sound with everybody? Are you good? Give me a yes if you're good and ready to go. Let me see where my woman is, darling. Come and say hello. If you're catching this training, how to book TV and speaking engagements, say hello. I want to see all my beautiful women out there. I know some of you are going to be catching the replay. Just say hello, whether you wake up at a 5 a.m. club, a 3 a.m. club, a 3 p.m. club, or a midnight club. Come and say hello. Okay, so if everybody is ready, let's just take a couple deep breaths, and then we're going to be jumping in and be formally introducing myself, and then we're going to go straight to the point. I've got amazing content prepared for you today based on my experience of booking my own personal engagements and TV, and also helping other women to do so. Couple deep breaths. Setting the intention for today, that our conversation today is going to be filled with love, joy, laughter, that we are guided to say the most beneficial thing that can help make the biggest difference in people's life. And so it is. And so it is done. Okay. Little darlings, I'll still remember the day when my husband, Rizal, says to me, I got my dream job. Do you want to move to America? And I said, okay, babe, let's do it. I left my job as a computer scientist with a Ph.D. and my family in Malaysia. So that's Rizal, myself, my 4-year-old son Abrar, my baby girl Nadra. We moved to Orange County, California. I mean, not long after settling in, I stopped at Whole Foods to get some dates. I'm wearing my hijab, my head covering, like I always do. When another shopper, middle-aged white guy, says to me, "Are you a Muslim?" And I said, "Yes, I am." Then he says, "Well, I have read the Quran, and it says that killing in the name of Islam is permissible. Are you going to blow yourself up?" And I'm thinking, dude, do you even read Arabic? But I say, I'm doing my groceries. I've got young kids. I'm not going to blow myself up. Then he says, if you're not a mom, are you going to blow yourself up? And I'm thinking, I had to leave. I can feel my whole body just shaking with anxiety. My chest tightens. I could not breathe. I had to leave. A few weeks after, my baby Nadra is having the worst tantrum ever. And as soon as Riza comes back from work, babe, look after her. I'm taking a shower. I'm washing my face when I hear bang, bang, bang. Come down now. There's police officers waiting for you. Shut myself off, put on my hijab, pick up Nadra, go downstairs, and I see two police officers in full gear, guns over their shoulders, fingers on the trigger. "Ma'am, your neighbor says there's a baby crying. Why is your baby crying?" And I said, "Because she's a baby." He checks her out. Nadra cries even louder, but there's nothing wrong with her. So they leave. And now I'm too scared to even leave home. To cheer me up, Rizal got me a present, an online course. So I can be an online coach and consultant. I can work from anywhere and still be with the kids, which is exactly what I want. I don't want to work at Google from 9 to 5. I want to be with my family and empower other women. So I study the course. One of the things I have to do is go live on social media. On Mother's Day, 2018, I put on a pretty pink top, some makeup, a floral hijab. And then just before hitting the live button for the first time, I freeze. People are gonna think you're a terrorist. And I say, God, help me be brave. Turn on the camera, freeze again. Prayer, camera, freeze for 30 minutes till I finally hit the live button, shared my message, and cried. Then I do it again, the next day, and the next, and the next, and the next. It isn't easy, but I persisted. Today, I'm a multiple #1 international best-selling author. I've been featured on Forbes, TED, TV, magazines, hundreds of media, and spoken to thousands of people around the world. No person should ever have to be afraid of who you are, and your unique voices should be heard on prestigious platforms around the world without prejudice. Let me show you how, darlings. Let me show you how on specifically today's training, focusing on how you can share your voice on stage and on TV. Why these two places, right? The thing with this, there's something magical about you being on stage in front of a ready built audience with the microphone. It just gives you that instant authority. And when you're in front of an audience, that means you're able to leverage your skill set versus one-on-one, meeting people one-on-one. You're considered an authority. You're considered as the person, the go-to person. And the bonus is you already have a built-in audience in front of an audience, right? When you're speaking on the stage. So it's just easy to share with them, to inspire them, to move them, to enroll them to the next step for you. And today I want to talk about the concept. I want to teach you the concept on one of the fundamentals, one of the secrets on getting booked on TV and on speaking engagements is this concept that I called as authority with visibility. Okay, comment below, darling. Say it with me, okay? So comment below, authority with visibility. Authority with visibility. Authority with visibility. So what do I mean by that? Any organizers, any TV producers, they are looking for experts. They are looking for experts to share a high value content. They're looking for experts to share high value content. Because imagine, right? When they want to put you in front of their audience that they have built in, they don't want to just put anybody. They want to put the best of the best, the go-to person, the authority in that field. Because otherwise, if they put someone who is someone who doesn't know what they're going to be talking about, it is going to impact their reputation. So what does an authority looks like? Who is an authority? An authority is someone who is the best at what they do. Now, understand client behavior. So client behavior is this. When they want to check out someone, right? Whether, I said the organizer or TV producer, when they find someone, what they're going to do is that they're going to check you out. And they're going to Google you. They're going to search you on social media to say, is this person really is the person that she says who she is? So if you take a look, right, you want to speak on stage, you want to go on TV. Do you have the credentials and the proper endorsement to position yourself as the go-to expert in your field for them to put you forward? So let's sit with that at the moment. Do you have the proper credentials and endorsements from trusted global organizations that is going to solidify your position as the go-to expert in your field? Because if you say you are an expert, if you say you're an authority, because that's what TV producers, organizers are looking for, what can you use to back yourself up? So I'll give you an example, okay? So if you search for my name, Izdihar Jamil, okay? This is normal client behavior, TV producer behavior, organizer behavior. They're gonna check you out. So you wanna make sure that everything is clean, everything is strategically positioned to give you the best advantage. So that they can easily say yes to you. What do you want them to say to you, darlings? Yes, yes, yes. So let's have a look, okay? This is a demonstration of it. So, okay, search for my name, Izdihar Jamil. What comes up? My website, okay? I have a digital presence. And here, I say that, I'm this and this and this and this. Amazon.com. Why? Because I am a multiple #1 international best-selling author. So I have my books with me. I have my multiple books. They're going to check me out. Absolutely, right? They're going to check me out. They're like, oh, okay, this person has been here, has been here, has been here. She's written all the books and everything. Oh, okay, then, right. She is, she's an expert, because when you have a book with your name on the front cover, you're instantly an authority, because it takes a lot to be a published author, let alone a #1 international best-selling author. So, okay, she checks you out. And then, obviously Twitter has a high search engine optimization, darling. So you want to make sure you get on Twitter. Forbes, right? Okay, this person has been on Forbes. So what did she talk about? Starting a business. I was interviewed on Forbes about my 5 tips on building brand authority in a new field. So there I am over there on Forbes. And the people are going to think, okay, she's been on Forbes. She is, let me just click on that one. She's a best-selling author. She also has a TED Talk here. And my TED Talk, if you check it out, here it is. I'm on the TED platform, and my talk has been viewed like over 50,000 times. So it is a lot, right? It is a lot. So if like 50,000 people, more than 50,000 people has viewed my TED Talk. So I'm on various podcasts, I'm on various interviews, I'm on various TV shows, I'm on a publication, Thrive Global, Ariana Huffington. So you can see, like, I have, I'm on Audible because I have a book, an Audible book. I have my own podcast. I have my own TV show. I've been featured on magazines, on various kind of media. I'm on Barnes and Noble, which is so cool. I've been inducted into prestigious Marcus Who's Who magazine. So the definition of authority is not a self-proclaimed expert. It's not just a self-proclaimed expert. But what you need to have is, endorsement and the proper credentials and endorsement from globally trusted organization. As you can see from mine, I've been endorsed by Amazon, from Forbes, from TED, various magazines, various interviews, various influencers, TVs. So you want to have that key ingredient. And if possible, you want to have multiple of those. Like, my books, I don't have just one, I have multiple. I think I have 14 now. So I have multiple books. So you can see now how committed I am to my work and producing high quality content, because, to write one book is not easy, but to write multiple books, it takes a lot, right? So, and then having to be on magazines. I have my own magazines. This is my own magazine, Spotlight magazine that I've curated for women. I've also been featured on multiple other magazines. So you really want to think about, you want to get booked on speaking engagements. You want to be on TV. What is the proper credentials to back you up so that they can easily say yes to you? And you want to trickle in endorsement from globally trusted organizations, okay? Because that's where the powerhouse comes in. Because imagine, TV producers, who would they rather choose? A self-proclaimed expert or a best-selling author, right? Who would, oh, my AirPod just flipped off. Who would an organizer rather choose? A self-proclaimed expert or a TED speaker? So you have to be really, really strategic as well. And it's the same thing on how your audience, your clients are going to choose you versus someone else. And just imagine if you want to buy a mascara or a lipstick. The other day I was looking at a nail polish, a breathable nail polish. And then I was looking at a few brands, right? And then one brand was just on its own, just nothing, just a brand on its own without no endorsement. And then the other brand had Vogue, has Cosmopolitan, has this one, has that one, has Forbes, whatever it is. Guess which one I'm more inclined to buy? The nail polish with the endorsement. So take that same methodology and apply it to your business. Do you have the proper endorsement and credentials? The same when you want to go to a doctor. You don't just go to a doctor. You want to go to the best doctor with the best endorsements. So I'll give you an example, okay? So my client, Sarah. So Sarah, she is a confidence coach, and she absolutely loves outdoor stuff. She loves helping people to build their confidence using the outdoor activity. So it's pretty unique, right? You know, Sarah, she lives in a farm. She's married to a cowboy. She loves the outdoors. She's got a truck. She's got a horse. She's got the a dairy farm. So she loves infusing outdoor activities to help people build their confidence by setting small goals. So Sarah, what we did with her is that we set her up with the authority on putting her on becoming a best-selling author. She's a 2-time #1 international best-selling author, soon to be 3 times #1 international best-selling author. You can see with my clients, we don't stop at one. We go over again and again, multiple places, multiple times, different set of audience, different set of time frame, different part of the year, with different organizers, with different settings. That's how we roll, because you have to understand publicity and media needs to be done over and over and over and over and over again. It's not just a one-time deal, because that's how you build your authority. That's how you get seen on multiple places in front of different audience. And that would lead to a lily pad that lead to one thing and the next and the next. So help Sarah to be a multiple best-selling author, help her to be endorsed by various media, help her to get on various publications, on magazines, nail that part down, so that she has a strong digital presence in the online space. And then the other day, she told me, I got to tell you something. And I'm like, what? I have just been booked. An organizer reached out to me to come and speak at New York. And one of Sarah's dreams that she told me last year was that she wants to be a paid speaker. She wants to be a traveling speaker and wants to be paid for it. And now she's been booked in to speak at New York, Croatia, Paris, Chicago, and multiple other places. How incredible is that, right? When you have built a strong fundamentals, it makes it easy for other people to say yes to you, whether it's organizers or TV shows or TV producers. So I'll give you another example with my client, Gabby. So Gabby was in a book project of Women Who Lead with me, volume 1, set her up to be seen again on multiple platforms, print, publication, podcast, and TV. So all of those things led her to be on NBC TV, being interviewed on NBC TV, talking about her book, talking about her business, talking about her story. So once you build an authority from things, it makes it easy for your other people to say yes to you. Because think about it, people don't want to have doubts on who they want to choose. It's your job to make it easy for them. So if you have the proper credentials and endorsement from globally trusted organizations, you're going to make their job easy. So when they come to you, your brand has already sold itself. Your brand has already positioned you as the best of the best, as the expert. And then all they do when you come into their space is just, sealing in a couple of things just to get, is this person the right fit for me in terms of alignment, in terms of vision? If it is, then yes, go forward with it. I'll give you an example of my personal example, okay? Like with my story, each of us has a personal and transformative story that is life-changing, that is inspiring. Let me quickly check in. How many of you here have a inspiring or personally transformative story that you feel can help other people? Give me a yes. Wonderful. So that is the thing that you need to share with other people. If you keep it inside, that's what I mean with authority with visibility. If you keep all these things inside, hiding, how are people going to see you? How are people going to even say yes to you? How are you going to be helping other people for it? And clients wants to hear your story. If your client can't hear you, see you, how do you want them to come to you and work with you to help them? You have something so precious. You have something so precious that you can help them. So one of the things that happened to me, because I've been putting on the fundamentals. I'm out there. I'm being seen. I'm being heard on multiple platforms. Because one of the things that happened to me, as I shared in my story earlier, is social adversity. So in my TED Talk, Coming to America, a story of a hijab wearing woman, if you haven't checked that out, go and check it out. I shared that rather than hiding, doubting myself, or being scared, I decided that I'm going to put more of myself out there. So I put myself over and over and over, busting through preconceptions and judgments that people have about me. And more importantly, having the courage for the truthfulness of my voice to be heard. This is me. This is me. And because of that, I got into a book project with Oprah. This is my book project with Oprah, Heroes, Leaders, and Legends. It's available on Amazon. And if you take a look here, let me show you the queen herself. Let's have a look at the queen herself. Oprah Winfrey on Heroes, Leaders, and Legends. Here we go, darling. Heroes, Leaders, and Legends. Oprah is there. And guess who is with her in the same book? Ta-da! And this is a massive, massive, massive credential publicity boost to my business. It's one of my dreams coming true because I've done the fundamentals, the right fundamentals to get into prestigious platform, and return exploded my business, helped me to win the best clients, and helped me to grow my business and scale it down and scale it up. So authority with visibility, and the key is you gotta like building your credentials and endorsements from globally trusted organization. Build a strong fundamentals, right? And get yourself seen over and over and over and over again with your stories, with your idea, with your expertise, with every part of, we're all multifaceted individuals. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in a very special guest, Amber Howard, who is a client of mine. She's also an amazing transformative leader. She's incredible at what she does. We worked together on various projects before, becoming a best-selling author, getting her into the media, having her to have a meeting with Forbes, and quite a lot of things, media, publications, magazines, media. Yeah, so we did quite a lot with her. And Amber's been in the business for a long time, right? But one of the things she told me is that, the key of that is the authority, positioning herself, solidifying herself as the go-to expert. And now Amber, she's originally lives in New Zealand. Before she was born and raised in New Zealand, she lives in Canada, and now she just travels. She was in California before, now she's in Bali, setting up summit, becoming a speaker, becoming a contributor for it. So I'm going to bring Amber in and let her share her experience on someone who has gone through the path, who has done the work, who is, trailblazing her path forward with confidence, with ease, with authority, and living her dream life. So let me quickly bring Amber in as we go along. And while waiting for Amber, Amber is in Bali at the moment. I'm just thinking, like, my AirPods just dropped off. My AirPod, one of them is dropped off. There she is. Hello, darling. Hello, hello. How are you?
I am wonderful and so happy and honored to be here with you tonight, Izdihar, or this morning where you are.
I can't hear you. Just a second. Let me just kind of set things up really quickly. Okay. Can you say hello?
Hi. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Perfect. Hello. And hello from California.
Hello, my friend. It's so great to be here with you.
Thank you so much. And you're actually in California. No, California. You were in California a few months back. And then you went back to Canada. And now you're in Bali.
I am. Yes. It's one of the most magical experiences of my life. It's incredible here.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh my God. I remember when we went to Bali on a females retreat, it's such a very spiritual place, isn't it? There's this energy, this groundness with it. And they most of the people there are vegetarian. So it's really good, delicious vegetarian food. And
yes.
Oh my God, like, it's unbelievable. It's more than just salads and tomato here in America. So, Amber, like, we were together starting from last year, but before that, we've known each other, through social media. We've had several conversations before. So Amber started off with being in the Woman Who Lead book project, and then we've gone on to media, publication, a meeting with Forbes together. So Amber, talk us through about your experience, because one of the things you told me prior to that was that the turning point on actually positioning yourself as the authority, because you've been in the business for some time. You've been in business for, years before that, doing transformational work and helping leaders be the best leader that they can be. So talk about your experience in building that authority together.
I was thinking about this conversation, and I thought, that the best place to start might be back when you and I first talked about, and you first offered me the opportunity to participate in a collaborative book project with you, and I turned you down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to work on my own book, and I was going to write my, and it's so, I think, typical of leaders, and especially female leaders. And I know I'm making a generalization here, and people can, please forgive me for it. But I think there is an element of truth, especially from my own experience, where it's like, we want to do it on our own strength, or we feel like we have to do it on our own. And instead of like reaching for partnership and doing things in collaboration with other people, we feel like, it's got to be our own, and something that we do alone. And so I don't have any regrets, because I really do believe.
Okay, let's have a look if Amber can come back in a moment. It looks like that she is frozen.
Give me a second.
Okay, we're back, Amber. Yes.
Hold on. I'm going to see if I can do something about that. Give me 1 second.
Absolutely. Go ahead and do that, darling, while I plug in the charger for it.
Yes, you do that. And let me see if I can make this less glitchy. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. And by the way, darlings, it is, I think it's 9:37 at night there in Bali. So we have, it's like 6 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. Here it's 9 p.m. in Bali. Thank you so much for joining me though, Amber. I really appreciate it. Like, I don't know if the mosquitoes are out there yet, but
a little.
A little.
And my partner is in our room sleeping, so I'm trying not to like disturb him. I hope this will be okay. Sometimes the wireless networks here aren't great, but I'm hoping it will be okay. I tried to switch over to my own personal hotspot, but it's not working. So anyway,
okay.
I just wanted to communicate how much I gained by working in partnership with you, and the woman that I met, and the friendships and connections that I gained through that first book project that have continued, that have grown into other collaborations. And my biggest learning since that time over the last year is how much more gets created when we work in partnership with each other. So whereas I don't have any regrets, because I do believe that things unfold for our greatest good and we step into opportunities at the right time. I'm just so clear that doing that first book project with you opened the door to so many other opportunities. Especially, first and foremost, the ability to be in partnership with you, Izdihar. And I'm so grateful for our friendship and our partnership and the opportunity to continue to co-create in life with you.
Thank you so much, Amber. And it's also like the what you mentioned, like doing it on your own, but it's actually hard work, because like you have a beautiful story that needs to be shared and heard. Like the way I see it, that's the only job that you need to do. And the rest needs to be taken care of by a team, an expert who's going to take care of your voice, because it's so precious. This is your heart that you're putting out there. Yes, you have your methodology. Yes, you have your strategy, but this is your heart, the things that you have gone through, that taking care of, that's so precious, and knowing the best way or the most effective way to make it count. Because,
yes.
And again, because we're not just like, okay, Amber, just one thing. We have multiple ways, multiple platforms for it to be heard. And talk about the process of having your voice being heard in that capacity, because it can be a little bit scary knowing that, is my story worthy? Am I good enough to put myself out there? And sometimes it's not just the fear of failure, but the fear of success people can pull away. They say, yes, I want to do this, but some parts of their fear pull them back of like stepping into their greatness. So let's talk about how did you bust through from that mindset of like, am I ready? I've got, Amber, usually she has like 20 things going on at the same time. That is kind of like, she's traveling, she has 20 things going on at the same time. Time is also like a factor. So how did you create a space for your voice to be heard, for you to participate in this project, for you to solidify your position as an author, pushing through your fear and the time issue?
Yeah, so one, I think the credit goes to you and your team, because like in terms of pushing through the fear and that, like the process that you have for people to participate in these projects, Izdihar, is just so easy. Like you just make it so easy, and all we have to do is tell our story. And so where there might be fear or apprehension, or like, I don't know, if you're doing it on your own, by participating in a project like the ones that you offer, it really takes so much of that stress and that worry and that concern out of it. So yeah, did I have moments when I was like, I think it's like the perfectionism, right? I think a lot of us deal with that, where it's like, oh, is it good enough? Am I done writing it? Like, can I? And I think at some point in time, you just have to let it go and give up. Like, you're always going to be evolving your story, and and there are people who need to hear your story where it's at right now, because there are people for whom you're a gap. And I think as leaders, especially like coaches, content creators, we're always speaking to the people that we're a gap for, because there are people that I'm a gap for that are not a gap for you. And so it's like, you know, it's not about competition or any of that stuff. It's like speaking to the people that are going to look to you as someone who has been through the experiences that they've been through, and they resonate with you, or they can relate to you. So yes, they're and it's funny because I'm still working on my first book. So if I'd waited to finish publishing my first book before I, you know, I'm part of what I was going to do when I came to Bali was right. And it's like, you know, other things get in the way, and there's divine timing and all of that. And I'm not overly concerned about it, but it's like that waiting until the time is right. I think sometimes you just have to jump in. And one of the things that I really discovered through you and the work that you do is the importance of being seen to be credible. And there's lots of different ways to build credibility. You know, being in the media isn't the only way to be credible, but it's an important way to be credible, because it's important to the people who are looking for our leadership, because it tells them something about who we are. I think it gives people an opportunity who might not, you know, there are people who have read my story in your book that might not have ever heard about me any other way. And, you know, it's just about creating, like stepping into platforms that allow us to elevate the impact that we're able to have. And I think that's why most of us, like, that's why we get out of bed, is so that we can impact other people's lives. Right. And so I'm so grateful that I did the project with you, and just looking forward to all of the ways that we get to continue finding how we can grow our voices together. And you do such a great job of creating that space for women. And I think that's hugely important, because women have such important things to say in the world. And really, it's vital that our voices be heard, because we have a very different approach to how to lead than men do. And it's not about women being better than men. It's none of that. It's just about the different ways in which we view the world, the different ways in which we choose to take action and do things and carry out activities. I interviewed a woman on my podcast, and she does important work in Africa. She partners with organizations in Africa who are looking to eradicate poverty and empower women and children. And she said, "You want to grow something, give it to a mother. You want to grow something, give it to a woman, because it's the nature of being a woman and a mother to have things grow and expand. It's literally what we do, right?" And so I just can't say enough about the work that you do and why it's so important.
Thank you so much, Amber. And you touch a really good point about leaning into others, because if you try to do everything yourself, you're gonna get burnt out, you're gonna struggle, it's gonna take longer, and you get frustrated. And you know, it's kind of like people need to hear your voice as soon as possible, as soon as they can, with the best way possible. So leaning into others, like with yourself, Amber, I'm like, Amber, this is your chapter, this is how I want you to write it, this is when I want you to submit it. And you know, we take care of the rest. And the same with magazine, the same with media, the same with meeting with Forbes. Amber, this is how we're gonna do it. This is, you know, this is the next step for it. This is the article that I want you to give it to me. This is the formula for it. And I take care of the rest of it, because that is my job. That is the expertise I've built and the people around me. So Amber literally just has to give her story or her content for it, which is like makes her job easy. And I've also systemized it. So Amber is not thinking, how am I going to start? What needs to be put in there? Where do I need? No, just this is the way. 1, 2, 3, and then we take care of it. And it just works so beautiful. And Amber, like, you know, she's not stressed on thinking what's the next step for it, you know, how you should do it. So because it's all been taken care of. And since then, Amber, let's talk about with the things that have come out, or because our job is to plant the seeds, right? So our job is to plant the seeds. So let's talk about the fruits now that have come on. I know you mentioned that you are now a contributor to an incredible magazine. You now have your own TV show. So share us about the seeds, the fruits, and everything that's happening with you. I know you also were a speaker at a summit pretty recently. So a lot of things has happened, exciting things, which I'm so proud of.
Yeah, so everything that you just said, I have an opportunity. I've been as an executive contributor for Brains Magazine. I've spoken at a number of different summits. I emceed a woman in project management conference, and you will be very happy to know, Izdihar, because I know you know that this is one of my goals. One of the inquiries I made into TEDx last year just reached out to me yesterday and was like, "Are you still interested? We're causing for TED, so you know, looking at what would it." It's that I don't know if it's I'm still inquiring. I don't know if it's an in-person event.
No
I know if I'll be in
way.
Canada,
Oh
but
my God.
it's like it's so great because you start to take actions and you don't know when those actions are going to bear fruit, right? But it's like setting the intention. It's putting, you know, taking just small steps and making and doing that work and doing that course on becoming a TEDx speaker with you and Michelle just laid the foundation and framework and taught me again systematically what I need to do to be able to achieve that goal of becoming a TEDx speaker, which I haven't yet, and I know that I will. And so it's, and then, you know, there's other book projects that are coming this year, and there'll be my own book when the time is right. And we can never know how all of the pieces fit together, but even this opportunity to be director of this organization in Bali and the work that's happening here, like you just don't know where that got its start and how the pieces contributed, but every step you take forward in pursuit of your dreams and creating a life that you love matters and will bear fruit, even if you can't see it in a moment. So I literally, Peter and my partner got here from California 4 days ago, and like he's like he pinned. We were in the pool earlier today, and he was like pinching me because he's like, I just can't. Is this real, God. Right? Like that you get to create a life that you love, but the turning point for me has really been leaning into partnership. Like it cannot. It just I think there's a frog there. I don't know if you can hear that.
Like he's agreeing with you. He's celebrating with you. This is what it takes, girl, for you to step in. When you step into power, when you lead into other people. Like for those of you who don't know, Amber and I, we worked on her TED journey last year. I believe it was last summer, if I believed it. I
think that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, about, you know, almost a year now. So we planted the seed then, right? You know, we planted the seed then, and Amber like really went for it. We planted the seed then, and look where she is now. Like there's an interest and an inquiry, which means that we need to have another conversation to best prepare you, Amber, for your next step. But it is that leaning in, the planting the seed, the collaboration of you know, having someone to fight for your voice and knowing the best way to make it happen. So Amber, thank you so much for joining me today. I know it's almost 10 o'clock, so I let you go. You know, the frog has given you permission to take to sleep now. Like he was celebrating your success. And for those of you who don't know, Amber and I, we have exciting news. Amber and I, we're going to be collaborating on our next project, The Game Changer. And
yes.
I'm also, you know, like kind of, so that Game Changer that I'm going to be sharing in a moment is where we've plugged in various kind of publicity, whether it's speaking engagement, a media, you know, there's lots of exciting opportunity in there. So Amber, thank you so much for joining me. I'll let you kind of move yourself away and take a rest for the night. Thank you so much, Amber, for joining me.
So much love and gratitude. Yeah, so much love and gratitude, Izdihar. And, you know, for anyone listening to this conversation, just jump in, like trust yourself, trust what you hear, and just make the investment in yourself to really start the journey or continue the journey wherever you're at to have your voice be heard. People are there. I heard this once, and I think this is a perfect place to end this conversation. There are people who are praying for you to show up in their lives right now. And having a voice and having your voice be heard is a way for them to find out about you. So I will leave you with that. Much love, so much love. And I can't wait till we get to see each other again in person.
Yes, thank you so much, Amber. Take care. And everybody, just say bye to Amber. She's been so gracious in joining us today, all the way from Bali, almost at 10 o'clock her time. Bye, Amber. Thank you for joining.
Bye, everyone.
All right. So, darlings, for those of you who are still watching and catching me up, how was that like? Like seeing Amber, like, oh my God, her journey. It was just last year that we worked together with one another in planting the seeds, positioning herself, working on her endorsement. She's been featured on Fox, NBC, CBS magazine. She now has on TV show. She's the MC at a summit. She's also a speaker at a summit. She's an executive contributor to Brains magazine. And now she's having an inquiry about becoming a TED speaker from the organizer, which is a seed that was planted, that we planted last year alone. So that's absolutely incredible. So darlings, like, you know, I can't express enough how touched I am to see women's journey to be successful. That my dreams happen inside of your dreams. My dreams happen inside of your dream. And my dream is to share women's voices without prejudice, to have the truthfulness and the courage of your voice to be heard and seen without prejudice, because your voice matters. Your voice matters. You don't know who you can touch. You don't know who you can impact. That's God's work. Your job is to show up. And I'm just so happy and excited to share with you an incredible, incredible opportunity that I have curated especially for you. So I want everybody to go to izdiharjamil.com/silver, izdiharjamil.com/silver. And I'm gonna run through with you what that project is about, how it looks like. It's the same project that Amber is going to be in. Remember, I told you, my darlings, my clients, we don't just go for one. We go it over and over. We get better and better and better at things. So if you go to izdiharjamil.com, you will see this project. It's called the Silver Package. And this is a combination of various kind of authority and publicity platform that I have curated together based on my experience and based on a strong team of experts that I have behind me to help your voice to be seen and heard. So this is the vision of the book, The Game Changer: How to Win in Life by Doing Simple Actions. Gone now, darlings, are the days when things are overly complicated. It just makes people stressful, frustrated, not getting the results that they want. This is the time for the game changer, the simplest, most effective way that can change people's lives. And I need people like you, experts like you, people who have a personal transformation story to share your voice, to lead people on how that can happen. So everybody, I want you to go to izdiharjamil.com/silver. So it's a combination of book, of stage, of TV, of magazines, and media. Really, really powerful thing that I have curated. It's kind of like a jumpstart. There's a short video in there for you to take a look. So go ahead and take a look at the video. It's going to give you an information that you need to further understand about the project. And it expires on Friday, June 3rd. So not too long, expires on Friday, June 3rd at 11:59 p.m. Because this project, especially the Game Changer, the only time sensitive thing about the project is the book. It's an anthology collaborative book. We have a system to keep the project on timeline. So the chapter for the Game Changer is due on the 30th of June. So when we go, we go. all the way to the top and beyond. We don't wait. We make our own decisions. We leverage on the power of now. So here is how it's gonna look like, okay? So what's included in the package? Okay, you're gonna get a spot in the book called The Game Changers. Imagine this is the game changer. This is the book that Amber is in, A Small Woman Who Lead. So you're gonna get a spot in the Game Changer where you get to share your voice in a chapter, a maximum of 3,000 words. You get to put in your picture, your bio, and that what's cool about this is that I will then compound the book and run the bestseller campaign, because we're going to go all the way, darlings. And if you're already a best-selling author, let's go for the next one and the next one. I'm now like 14 times, 15 times best-selling author. Like, it sounds so much more powerful when you present to the organizer, I'm a 14 times #1 international best-selling author. Think about, what? Who's this woman? So you want to have that impact to people. So a spot in the book where you have one chapter, 3,000 words. And then once we run the bestseller campaign and be a best-selling author, I will then reformat the book so that you can have your own version with your name on the front cover and your chapter reformatted to chapter #1. Think about this, darling. When you say that you're a best-selling author, but the name on the front cover is in your name, it's gonna be like, hang on a minute, like her name is Anna, and then this is Izdihar, what's going on? And then, you know, they flip the book, the first chapter is in your chapter. Again, it's gonna break the trust. So I have strategically think about things. Name on the front cover, you're gonna get your own version, the name on the front cover, the same book, the name on the front cover, your chapter reformatted to chapter #1, and then I'll hook you up with a publisher that can print your book on demand. And whatever sales and profit you make for your version, it's yours to keep. And how cool is that? You have a tangible authority building that is a passive income that's also a money-making tool. You can use it as lead generation. You can use it as client attraction tool. It's so, so, so powerful. I've got a client who, when Women Who Lead Volume 1, the black cover comes out, she got multiple copies of it because she just loved it. She built that connection, that relationship with me. And then when the next call comes to work with me, guess who said yes? That lady, and her name is Janice, and you can read her story in the book. So it's a fantastic lead generation tool and client conversion method. People easily invest in a book as one of the first steps to your brand, right? It's an easy $10, $20 investment. And then you take them to the next step. Okay, for those of you who are new writers or even established writers, the first thing that's gonna happen when you click on the red button below this page, is that you're gonna get a 30-minute private session with Michelle, who is the director of peak performance, and she's gonna help to nail the best story for you, okay? And then after that, we have workshops. We have group writing workshop where I'll be leading and helping you out to craft your stories that it becomes so beautiful and powerful tool for you to share your voice and also use it as a tool to get clients. We'll also be having a launch party to celebrate your success. I'm also gonna be interviewing you on my show, my TV show. Yes, I Can, that is aired on over 30 countries. And this year alone will be on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV. Roku alone has 50 million views one day. Imagine the impact that you can have being seen on that magnitude right on people's living room. It's so powerful, darling. So remember what Amber and I were talking earlier about leaning into the expertise. Your job is to share your story. And my job is to help take care of your story and have it seen on multiple platforms. So you're going to be seen in books, You're going to be seen in TV. You're only going to be seen on podcasts. I have a podcast as well. And then you are going to be seen in a magazine. So I have a magazine that you're going to be seen in. So it's called, Business Innovators Magazine, part of the magazine that I'm a contributor in, and only when paid in full. So those are some bonuses. I'm also going to be teaching you how you can leverage your book and make 20K. So there's a lot of things that comes together. I'm also going to feature you on Fox, NBC, CBS, and hundreds of other media. When my client Lisa was featured on this, she got interviews after interviews. She's got people, clients wanting to reach out to her because suddenly, from a self-proclaimed expert to the expert, Fox, NBC, CBS. So there is multiple different things. Remember, I talked about one of the key ways to being an authority is booking and speaking and TV is to be an authority with visibility. And Amber pointed out that you want to lean into a team of experts to help you do this. Can you do it on your own? Absolutely. Go ahead and do it on your own. But think about the fastness, the impact. This is something that I have built for years, putting it together. All you have to do is show up and follow the system. And it is done. It is done. So like I said, the chapter for the Game Changer is due on 30th of June. But the rest of, the speaking engagement, a spot as the featured speaker on the summit, the feature on media, Fox, NBC, CBS, the feature on the magazine, the interview on TV, those are going to be trickled in throughout the project. But this is the time when you want to jump in because you only have a few days left, right? So this is the possible results. Apologies, my baby munchkin is here. This is the possible result when you say yes. You can take a look at what's possible when you say yes that my clients have experienced. And this is, I kind of wrap it up. And we'll see, baby munchkin, what's covered in the package here. All you want you to do is go to izdiharjamil.com, izdiharjamil.com/silver, and check everything out. You are intelligent, smart, brave, courageous, committed women. You know what you want.
And girls.
Yes, and girls. And when you say yes, the question is, say yes to yourself. When you say yes to yourself, go to izdiharjamil.com. Sweetheart. Oh my God, baby munchkin is here. So go to izdiharjamil.com and go all the way to the bottom. And I want everybody to click on the red button. Click on the red button right now. If you want to have it on a payment plan, go ahead and click on the blue button here. And everything will be set up. The first thing that's going to happen when you click on the red button is you're going to get a welcome email with a writing formula, and you're going to get a link to schedule a call with Michelle on a 30-minute private session to help nail your story. And that is the first step. And now we're going to build it to the next one and the next one. We're going to put you on media. We're going to put you on magazine. We're going to put you on podcast. We're going to put you on TV. I have done the work. I have trailblazed the path for you and make it simple and easy so you can focus on sharing your voice in the best possible way. So darlings, go ahead and go to izdiharjamil.com/silver. Click on the red button and I'll see you all the way to the top and beyond. Look at Amber, what happened to Amber. Look at what happened to Amber the moment she said yes to herself and said yes to co-creating together. Look at what happened to Sarah. Look at what happened to Janice and Monica and so many other amazing women. And I believe you're the next one. I believe that you're the next one. and I would love to have you to come and work with me together. I've got the best team. I've got like the best system that can be created, and it's gonna happen really soon. 30th of June, so when you submit your chapter, and then after that, in the next 90 days, darling, we've got everything all planned out for you. Just have to show up. Okay, darlings, that baby munchkin. Oh my God, baby munchkin is just want to say hi. Yan, cakap hi, sayang. Cakap hi. He just woke up. So this is baby munchkin. Princess Munchkin is here. Okay, Princess Munchkin and baby munchkin is here. I will check the question after this, and I will answer them either on the post, or I'll do a separate video after it. Thank you so much for joining me, darlings, and thank you for joining me in this training. I hope you had value, you received value from this. So go to izdiharjamil.com/silver, and let's take your voice to be seen and heard all the way to the top and beyond. Take care, and may peace be upon you. Bye, 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 bye.